in there. So there you go, an impromptu newspaper tear that's signed and restored, and you get back out to them. And there you go. Before they invented that ink that like doesn't rub off, it was a much messier trick. So the best kind of newspapers to use are your tabloid newspapers, which are free. Any questions? All right, moving right along. Want to see a little bit of mentalism?
A little bit.
Little bit. All right. Need a volunteer. You're too eager. Young lady, would you come help us out? Later. I got this guy. Stand right here. What is your name?
Randy.
Randy, thank you so much for joining us. Wave to the people on the internet. This is the first time they've seen a girl. Okay? I'm kidding. There are girls out there too in magic. Why would you say such a thing?
See the people I came with.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Actually, I said it, but I blamed you. You see that? It's transference. It's very, very good. This is a kind of it's a quiet kind of magic trick or mentalism thing, and it's the sort of thing I would do, you know, like one-on-one or just a couple people around there. And for magicians that are in the know, I'll get into the back story on that. Would you hold out your hand? This one hand. That's perfect. Okay. So you have friends who do magic tricks, right? Okay, do you see them like with their decks of cards, shuffling their cards and all that? Amateurs. I only need this many cards. Yeah, I only need that many cards, which is like 4 cards. I don't carry around a whole deck of cards. What's that?
Is it like 4 cards?
It's 4 cards. Don't look. Careful. Don't ruin anything here. No, it's 4 cards. It's 4 cards, and when I say 4 cards, they're 4 of the same kind of cards. And what I mean by like that, they could all be 2s or they could all be jacks. If I were to ask you, if you were to bring 4 kinds of cards, lucky cards, what would you bring?
7s.
What would you bring?
4s.
4s. What would you bring?
6s.
What would you bring?
Queens.
Very, very good. You? Ace. I told you. You wanted to volunteer before. It's not about you. Okay? Okay? Not about you. All right? He tried inserting himself into the trick. Okay? It's the 4 queens.
Okay.
The 4 queens. There are 2 kinds of queens. There are red queens and there are black queens. I want you to imagine for a moment, Randy, that you can see inside of there and you can see the queens. Okay? I'm going to pull 2 of them out right now. We're mentally imagining. I'm going to pull 2 of them out. They're either the red ones or the black ones. Which ones are they?
Going to be the red.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You can change your mind.
I'm sure.
Okay. This one is the queen of?
Diamond.
And this is the queen of?
Heart.
Okay. You sure? Can you see them? You have pretty good imagination. Are you an artist by any chance?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. I'm going to, just to prove that what we're doing here, I'm going to place one of these in. I'm going to place one back in. Which one are we putting back in?
Queen of Diamonds.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Positive. Okay. Queen of Diamonds. So that was a Queen of Diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to get messed up here. It's kind of like improv miming. Okay. What card are we looking at right here?
Queen of Hearts.
Do you like the Queen of Hearts? Okay. If I were to tell you that I knew you'd pick the Queen of Hearts, would you be impressed? No, because you'd want proof. So I'm going to place the Queen of Hearts back in here, but I do something special. I'm going to turn it so you'll know that I have proof that you're going to choose the Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
Do you believe me?
No.
You don't believe me?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. See this rubber band? It's been around there all along to keep anything from happening to it. I'm going to take the rubber band off. Okay, and I want you to make sure, I don't want to do anything I'm doing any kind of sleight of hand, so I'm just going to take that there. Now you notice, I'm going to count off. There's 1. There's another card there. And there's the Queen of Hearts. Okay, now I was so sure you'd choose the Queen of Hearts, it has a red back. You impressed? And the other guy that tried to butt into the effect, what did he want?
You want aces?
He wanted the aces. All right, I brought him the aces just so he would shut up. Okay? Okay. And there you go. I'll tell you what. Okay? Thank you. Yay!
3 red ones, so
no, they're aces, all right? Get down. Sit down. Thank you. Round of applause for Randy. You two clap for her at home. So the 4 card trick or variations on it, the princess card tricks, one of the versions that influenced me was actually in the Swami Mantra by Sam Dalal. This goes back to like the 1930s or perhaps before that, and there have been a lot of great variations of it. Eugene Berger and Max Maven have got some fantastic stuff on the equivoque, and I think that learning their techniques is absolutely worth it. I wanted to try and take this in a different direction, and so the idea of the using sort of an equivocation is a very, very helpful thing in magic, but you've got to be very careful that it doesn't look too much like you're leading a person to where you want them to go. That's why visualizing things is very, very helpful. When you get somebody to commit to something visually, that visualization can be treated as a real object. And I'm going to give you a silly example. I used to do in an after-school program. We used to talk about critical thinking, and we used to do improvisational exercises to sort of encourage creativity. And one of the things we would do is we'd say, like, oh, imagine a teddy bear. Imagine I'm holding onto a teddy bear right here, okay? Here, sir, would you hold on to the teddy bear? Okay? Can you see the bear? Can you really see the teddy bear now?
Yeah.
Okay? I want you to set it on fire and strangle it. Okay, some of you are horrified by that, okay? You're horrified by the idea, and don't, thank you, okay? Because it's not real, but all of a sudden we gave this empty space personality and stuff. And, when you say that, people are like, wow, that's really cruel. And it's like, there's nothing there. But that's the power of visualization. And so when we pull out cards and we have people look at this, I love to do things like challenge people, like, oh, you sure that's it, or whatever, to lead them to where I want to go. So let me explain very quickly sort of the outs on this. You can come on up here with me. It's Josh still, right? Okay, let me show you all the different outs. Now, I have 3 aces and the queen. I use the queen of hearts. I usually use the queen of diamonds, but I just threw the queen of hearts in there before I started. Hold out your hand. Okay. Let's do this hand. Okay. Now, I need to get him to pick the queen of hearts. Okay. So that means I got to narrow it down to reds before I narrow it to black. So what I first thing to do is I say, I'm pulling out 2 cards. What are they? The red or black?
Red.
Okay. Now I say the red. So I said, are you sure? Now if he said they're black, I'd say, are you sure? Okay. And then I would go, okay. There are 2 cards left. Now, what did I just do? I have these cards up here. I let them go. They're gone. Okay? Teddy bear. Set it on fire. Destroy it. Doesn't matter. Pull these out. They're gone. They're totally out of the picture. They don't exist anymore. So now we have 2 cards, red and queen of hearts, queen of diamonds. Say, I'm going to turn one over. Which one am I turning over? Let's say, what's that?
The queen of diamonds.
Okay, queen of diamonds. Now, if he says the queen of diamonds, I go, okay, this is the queen of diamonds. Now what I've done is I've gone from turning something over in the packet to now I'm holding on to a card up here. Okay? And so this is the queen of diamonds. Are you sure? You sure this is the queen of diamonds? Now what have I done? I've pulled it away. Okay? Like, all right, that means there's only one queen left. But you feel 4 cards. What is that queen?
Queen of hearts.
Queen of hearts, okay? If he said queen of hearts, I'd say, okay, I just turned over the
Queen of hearts.
Queen of hearts. Okay, are you sure we turned over the queen of hearts?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And I pull my fingers away, so now I've let go of the queen of hearts. Where is it? It's inside of there. Okay? So that's the psychology of that. Again, you can get into, like I said, Eugene Berger and Max Maven have a much